Hello, everybody. I'm Liz. I'm the dyer behind Chti's Yarns, and I welcome you today from home where I live with my cat Sushi. She has been going around like crazy until I put all the things that I needed. If you could only see what's happening next to me, there are like two piles of yarns and stuff that I got in my trips. I was away for almost 15 days in November, and I was in the northern part of France at Lille. There was a wonderful, beautiful festival. It's one of my favorites, yes. I think it definitely starts to become one of my favorite festivals. And its name is Le Chti Bazaar. And then I had a few days in Belgium to Natalie, who is the creator behind and hand dyer behind By Night's Creations. And then I flight to Barcelona for Barcelona Knits, which was wonderful and crazy. And I got to see so many people that I had missed because some of them there's been a very long time that I hadn't seen them. So it was very nice. And and I have some things to share. I'm definitely going to not mention some things, so I'm sorry for that. It's definitely, I don't really want it to be a very huge podcast. So I'm gonna try to show and tell what I did and didn't do, mostly knit-wise, yarn-wise, and all that. And a bit of more personal stuff later on if we have the time, if this isn't going to take an hour or so. So anyways, so let's head to Le Chti Bazaar. So Le Chti Bazaar, there you go. It was very cute that they gave to each vendor a pouch, and instead of having badges, we had a pin for a badge, which was amazing. And I was very happy that Cécile, that used to have like a bande tricotée, came with her sister, Sylvie. I adore them. Whoever has followed me for a long time knows that, yeah, it's family. Cécile, she's my knitting mom. Even though she didn't teach me how to knit. She's, whatever has to do with wool and a relationship as a mother, Cecile is that to me. And I love her to bits. So it was really amazing. So I had 3 pins. So this is mine. I left it on the pouch afterwards because I didn't want to lose it. And I wanted to show it to you. What a great idea. And what a nice... keepsake to remember. Otherwise, like badges, I have over here my badge for Barcelona. They're doing, the work, but it's a pity that, this is memorable. Okay, anyways. And also those, I lose them immediately. I'm very bad, yes. I'm very bad with papers like that because for me, they're not really necessary, which is not true. They are. Okay. I said that this podcast shouldn't be long and I'm already debating by myself. Okay, so Le Chti Bazaar, they gave us this cute pouch and these pins for a badge. And they also gave us this little cute cups. And it's written une petite soif, like une petite soif, like a small thirst, something like that. And they were very kind to let us keep them. So I kept them. And then I had to go and get some self-striping yarn from Le Bruit des Aiguilles. I have already talked about Anna and her work, and I love it. And she had made a special colorway for Le Chti bazaar. And of course, it had orange, and so I got it. It's very cute. It has orange, green, a very pale pink. You know that I don't really like pink, but this combination is very sweet, very cute. And when it knits up, it looks like a candy. So who am I to say no to candy? Like, come on. And then the other one that I got, I really, really love it. It has deeper shades of purple, again, a bit of orange and reds. And its name is Colère, which means anger. And I do like the subtleties of names, but anger, I think I have a healthy relationship with anger, but yeah, for me, reds and purple doesn't sound like anger. So yeah, anger. And this one is just called Chti Bazaar 2024 because it was the special colorway. And then she had a sample of a sock that I really liked. And because I had used one of her 50 grams to make mitts. Actually, I made them to be socks. To be socks. But then I was lazy to do the other parts. And so I decided to have them as mitts. But I lost one of them. And it was on a yak base. So the normal colorway is different in a white base. But in the yak base, so she had only 100 grams of that, which is not bad because I'm thinking of having end socks and mitts. Oh, I'm crazy about it. It's so cute. It has deep greens and I think that must have been like a fuchsia color, but with the yak that is gray, it makes it deeper. And then I presume this must have been like an orange that makes it a brick. And then of course the white in a yak base sock is the natural gray of the yak. And I love that, I love that, I love that. And the name is Friday Night Dinner. Do you get the reference? Come on, you get the reference. It's Gilmore Girls. Okay. And if you haven't seen Gilmore Girls, like, hello, please watch it. Okay. And then, so that was my first things that I saw and I really knew that I wanted because self-striping is something that I don't do. And I think that Anna does it very well. And I love to support her, of course. And so there you go. But of course, if you remember this summer, I did all my 50 grams. I used Natalie's in Belgium a sock machine. So I have many tubes to do before those are started. Then what did I go? Okay. Many times in festivals, especially when I'm in France, I have a hat. And very usually I discover another hat pattern and then I cast on the other hat and then I finish the other hat and not even the one that I had with me. So everybody was like, oh, Liz, do you have a hat working? And I was like, no. They're like, oh my God, you're gonna start one. And I was like, well, I hope not, because I'm taking with me a test knit that I need to do, and I want to be able, you know, to slowly go ahead and all that, because in between the two festivals I had a few days of calm, so yay. But then, while I was searching for a friend's, for a pattern for her to use, some some sport weight, yes, let's say fingering sport weight yarn, I got to see this beautiful hat that I was like, oh my God, I want to make it. And of course, I decided immediately that I wanted to use In Samskara, my base with the recycled yak and cashmere, which are 50 grams. So I was like, I won't have leftovers. And I think I already have some leftovers from my artist show, this baby here. And lemon incest and Star Wars. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna keep them on the side and I'm gonna kick them up and everything's gonna be great. And then I got the pattern, of course, because I don't read details. But I was shocked that the pattern is so beautiful. The name of the pattern, first things first. It's the Maki Star. There you go. Isn't it gorgeous? It is. I know. And it has only 12 projects on Ravelry. Like, come on. It's like 400 and something favorites, but only 12 projects. And I'm like, damn it, the site is too beautiful to only have 12 projects, right? Right. But she knits it. The hat, I mean, with 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles. Like, why? No. I refuse to do a ribbing of 2.5 millimeter needles. And then, okay, I get the yarn, I get the pattern, and then I don't remember how much stitches she wants to cast on. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna take out one repeat of the pattern, right? But the repeat is so big that I don't think it's going to work with a fingering or light sport, but maybe a true sport or a DK. So I was like, okay, this is going to be for another time with a bit of thicker yarn or with mohair, of course. You know how I like mohair, to put everywhere mohair. So yeah, I was hooked, but then I wasn't, because come on. So it was okay, but that made me want. Sorry, I have my hair all over me, on my face. So, but then I wanted to start something, and because the test knit that I'm doing is fingering weight and it's long, it's repeats, it's color, I was like, okay, maybe I can have something, easier for my travels. And of course, it was so great to see also Marion and Flavie. Okay, Marion, she's a designer. Marion M knits on Ravelry, otherwise Yoarma. And it was so great to see them. It was really an emotional moment. Somebody took a picture of us. Yeah, I really love this picture, and it was very kind of them to send it to me. And oh my God, I want to cry just thinking about it. Anyways, it was amazing. And Marion had this beautiful jumper that she had made with some DK mohair by Les Petits Points Parisiens. And I remember at that time, I wanted to try that base from Anne, but I never got some. So I was like, oh, maybe that's, a good idea. And by coincidence, Anne from Les Petits Points Parisiens were just next to me, her booth. So I was looking at the colors, and she has lots of pinks and fuchsias and brights and nice ones and really cool stuff, but she didn't have anything in more orange. Hello, have you seen me? Have you met me? I love orange. And then she had a very bright red with speckles that I liked, but I wanted something more airy, more different. So the pattern is the House sweater by Yoarma, and I haven't done much. I've done while I was in Belgium, but other than that, I haven't done much. So you start from over here, and then over here, you have a huge neckline, but then you pick up the stitches and you have it a bit more scrunched. So I really, really love one colorway, which is this one over here that you see, knitted up. It's very candy-like. It's very different from what I have. I'm not sure it suits me, but who cares? Like, not me. Anyways, and the color name is Tequila Sunrise. And I like because it had a bit of fuchsia, but it turns also a bit orange because of the yellow that she adds. But she only had one skein. So was I going to cry that there was only one skein? Of course not. I got another colorway, which is, this is awful lighting. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna try and take pictures. I think I have taken pictures of them already. Anyways, it's very light, bluish, purplish with some orange and pinks. So we find again the pinks and the orange. So there you go, and you can see. So after the sleeve separation, I did one or two rows again with that one, and then I went to the second color, and I will do the body and the sleeves of the second colorway. I got 2 skeins just to be sure. And the name of this colorway is Charm. So I have Tequila Sunrise and Charm, which means charmed, yeah. And I'm, quite excited by it. And the funny part is that this baby is knitted with 7mm needles. So I had to buy needles. But it's great because I don't even know where my 7mm needles are. And the joke was that a sweater knitted with 7mm needles will take less time than a hat with 2.5 needles. So I was very happy to start it finally after so many years that I wanted to make it with the yarn that it was made and that I wanted to try back then. So there you go. The universe find some time and the right opportunity for that project. So I'm very happy. And I got a project bag, and it has become one of my favorite ones. I love the stitching. I did the joke, I don't know how many times, that this looks like a mountain, it's a monster, boo boo boo. But I love actually that the pocket is outside. You don't have to get inside to find, I don't know, some notes, a pen, whatever. It's outside. So I like that. And she didn't have a label in her on her bag. So I took a card, and it's Les Petits Points de Véro. And Véro is such a nice lady. She's awesome. It's too bad we took a picture, but I didn't took a picture with her son because he came to help her, and he was, very funny, and we had a great time to just exchange ideas and talk about knitting and other stuff. And it was a very good time, and I'm very happy to have seen her again. And really, really, the fabric is very soft. The color choices that she has are really beautiful, and the sewing is impeccable. So Les Petits Points de Véro. And last purchase that I did was at Bart and Francis stand. They always have like a good offers and all that. And I'm not sure if I have 2 of these or 3 in this color, because I got also that color and also that color. So I think I was about to take this too for like a color work jumper. So these are, so the name of the base is I Used to Be a Pullover, and it is 65% fine merino wool of pure recycled origin, 20% viscose type lyocell of pure recycled origin, and 50% polyamide of pure recycled origin. So Bart and Francis develop yarns for the fashion industry. So they have lots of bases that are different to others, and I think what's cool that they can, also have contacts to get lots of recycled material to bring something more. And yes, it has some polyamide, which I'm not a very big fan of, but it gives some sturdiness, and in a recycled form, I think that should be embraced, and that should be, give credit to. So yeah. So this is the color Acajou Red, and they had enough for me. How many meters? It's 100 grams, 380 meters, so a fingering. And I was thinking either to make a sweater with those three, or add, more hair, like I love to do. But then there was only one of each of those colors. And so I was like, why not make a colorwork sweater and with this, and maybe the details could be that, or yeah, I don't know. But I like the idea, and yeah, and it's going to be different also for me. I have never used this base before, so I think it's gonna be fun. I also got something else from them, but I don't have it here with me because I was supposed to do this podcast at the studio, but I'm not at the studio, and the yarn is at the studio. So I'm very sorry. I forgot something from France at the studio, and something from Barcelona also. But yeah, I just grabbed a bag and I put all the things that I thought I should show you. Unfortunately, I forgot those two. So I will show it another time. It is some very, very fluffy yarn. Oh my God, you just want to put your face. I did it. I put my face in the bag with the yarn. It's amazing. It's super soft alpaca with merino, with a bit of polyamide, with a bit of polyamide to give strength and hold it in a DK. And it's amazing. I've been dreaming of a DK fluffiness and softness, and it's amazing. So I don't know. And they had it, dyed industrially in solid colors. But I got it in white, and Flavie came by at my booth, and she's like, Liz, look what I found. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And she had some white skeins, and I'm gonna go and see if they have undyed yarns, because immediately I thought that I wanted for Liz. But anyways, I also said to Flavie, are you gonna keep it white? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, it could be so beautiful in H2O. She was like, oh, this is really a good idea. And then I was like, okay, I got whatever they had. They had 4 skeins, and I'm gonna do a Manawi sweater. Maybe the same as the one that I started, Marion's design. I have no idea, but I should dye it first. And it's really, really nice. And it was funny because I said to Francis, what's the name of the base? And he said erotique, and I'm like, I want it even more. Yes, we share the same sense of naming our stuff, I guess. So I think I've said everything. What is here? Oh no, these are samples that I had to do for a new base, so it's not for you yet. And yeah, we are still in France at le Chti bazaar, and my friend Kathleen that I met many years ago, I don't want to remember when, 2018, I think, that I met her in, how do we pronounce? Rijkswijk? Anyways, in the Netherlands. She finished the sweater that I had started, but I knew that I would never finish because it was so time consuming, so challenging and all that. And she said, you know what? I love the color and I will do it for you. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I can't thank you enough, like, if you do it. And she's like, yes, I'll do it. So I remember back then I gave her some yarn as a thank you, and she brought it, and then I gave her some yarn for a thank you. And this is the Daydreamer by Andrea Mari. So the color work, this lighting sucks, but it is a bit, I don't know how to explain this color because the color is just amazing. I'm gonna try to take pictures also to show it, because it is Le Louvre in Mayama base, which is the sock with the yak. So it's Le Louvre is a mustard color, right? And it's a bit more deep in that base with my H2O in mohair. And oh my god, the color, and I haven't even taken pictures. I haven't worn it. It is quite cropped, and it's much higher. It's even a bit higher than a high-waisted jeans. So it's really more to be worn with a skirt, with a skirt, yeah, or not. How do you say it? Not a skirt, a dress. Yes, there you go, with a dress, and I have the perfect dress for it. Oh my god, it's going to be so cute. Well, I'm going to be so cute. I'm very happy for that realization. And yeah, or a skirt, or maybe like a nice color shirt, and having the bits of the shirt going out, and it's really, really cute. She also put me like a handmade label, and she was like, I wasn't sure if I should put my handmade label, but there was a bit of a mistake there, and I was like, what, are you kidding? Like, of course, yeah, I don't mind. And it's a great reminder that she did that for me. I cannot be grateful enough. I have to take pictures with it. Yeah, this is going to come again with me at the studio because I need to take pictures. And she went to the Shetland Islands and she brought me a handmade soap. I'm a sucker for everything now, I realize. I like soap, I like candles, I like books, I love yarn, I like whatever has to do with painting. I got tired now just thinking of all the things. Anyways, this smells so nicely, and it has lavender, rosemary, and tea tree. I can definitely smell the lavender most, and it is more common as a smell. And then the rosemary. The tea tree, a bit less, but I guess because the tea tree is a very strong essential oil, they should put less. But it's really great. I'm very happy. And yeah, she told me that you can use it also for your yarn and for your wool and all that. But I don't know if you know that about me. I'm not a big blogger fan. I'm not gonna let my knits soaking in a basin. I think that's a bit unnecessary. I will just dump it in water and running water. So if there's a bit of leak of color, it just goes. And then I just rub a bit of soap, and then it'll just go again. And then I'll just wrap it in a towel and put it flat to dry. And that's it. Yeah. Maybe if I was more into lace and for blocking shawls like that, yes. But other than that, blocking, not a big fan. Anyways, I'm saying lots of stuff. Then I was in Belgium with Nathalie, And I got very, very, very spoiled, and by Natalie and by Jean-Luc, and like really, I got really spoiled. I don't have words. I actually shipped a box from their house to me when I would be back, and because I was going to Barcelona and then coming back home, and I decided to buy a winder and a scanner for my mom for Christmas. And I was telling to Natalie, do you know where should I get one? And she was like, I used to sell them and I think I have one pair. And I was like, yes. So I got them. So I'm very happy for that. I got them. I got also lots of yogi tea. This one is pumpkin chai. I don't know why it's here with all the things, but anyways, I took lots of them because they were like, they were cheap, and in Greece you can find them like very expensive. So I got some that I haven't tried before. And then I got my favorite one, which is Breathe Deep. Or Deep Breath, I don't remember. Yeah, probably Deep Breath. And I think in Spanish they say it respiración, like respiration. Anyways, respiration. Do we say that in English? I don't care. In French and Spanish we do. You know, like, who cares? Anyways, yeah, so yogi tea, love, love, love. Then my my artist shawl, I've worn it for 2.5 months non-stop, and it has started to peel off. So I want to take my gleaner, and for once I think it's going to be the first knit that I will actually do that, because I want to see if after that it's going to peel as much. It doesn't surprise me that the Samskara base did peel, because it has very fine fiber, and also because it has recycled fiber. The fiber is more broke down, so it has the tendency to fluff up, I'd say. Anyway, so that's maybe for another episode. And then what I was knitting in between when I was in Natalie's, so the test knit that I'm doing, I think I showed it before. It's the Irish sweater, and those are my colors. So that's how it's going to look. Unfortunately, I didn't do much because I thought that I took all the colors with me, but I hadn't. So I'm very way back with it. And sorry, she sometimes likes to bother the plants. She hasn't for a while. Okay, she's going to her food. Anyways, so yeah, so I couldn't, knit more of it. So I'm way behind. I'm not going to have finished for the release date. I've contacted the designer. She's very kind and comprehensive. And yeah, so I don't know. I think it's going to be a slower project on the side, but I had to stick over here, and it went great. I think I should talk about that experience separately. But talking about cutting your knits, I am so happy that I know how to cut my knits, because I finished those beautiful socks. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the first time that I'm wearing them. Okay, there you go. So they're clean, okay? I just put them. How sexy. Look at my new sock. Okay, and then I am doing, I just did the points, the toes, and the ribbing of a second pair, and I cut the other sock for the afterthought heel. And I have to say, there's something about cutting your knit that it's very liberating. And I remember freaking out. Well, I thought I was going to talk about it in another episode, but there we go. And I had freaked out with the afterthought heel on cutting it, but you know what? It's so liberating. It is very liberating. Now I just do it without even caring. It's very easy peasy. And I thought that I would have the same panic with the sticking, the first time at least. But I did the method with the crochet hook to all along from one side and the other side of where you're supposed to cut. And everything seemed so secured that I really found it supernatural to just cut. And I didn't freak out. I was like, was that it? You know? And it's so funny. And it made me think of all the things that we might be scared of doing, of embracing, of changing in our real lives. Yeah, it might be scary, but if you don't do it or you don't try it, you'll never actually gonna know. And yeah, in the case of the afterthought heel, yes, I kind of panicked. But then every time I did it, I panicked less because my mind was like, okay, you've done that. You're safe. It's gonna be good, you know? And then, yeah, and maybe even, I don't know what it can be. Maybe every time you're a bit scared, it's okay. You're still here, you know? I think I remember, and also being scared and being excited stimulates the same parts of our brains. So sometimes when I'm scared of something, I'm like, no, I'm excited, which is true. I'm excited. And I always remember when I started horse riding, and even now, if I had to go horse riding, oh, that would be wonderful, but when? Anyways, I would be maybe not scared, but I would be super excited, but a bit also scared. I would be like, do I remember how to do that? You know? Okay, of course I do, but you know what I mean. So yeah, yes, I like it when our hobbies are teaching us lessons because it is. It is. I think, yeah, don't be scared of a technique. Don't be scared of brioche. That's another thing. When I learned brioche as a fairly new knitter, and it's my favorite thing to do. So, yeah, it's okay. Anyways, I hope that resonates with some of you. Yeah. So this is already 38 minutes. So I think I'm gonna close this up here, and then I'm gonna continue with the Barcelona part. And then I think another day I will do the French version because it's gonna be dark. And I should drink a bit of tea because it's not because I found my voice that I need to lose it immediately. So lots of kisses. Thank you for watching. And you know what? Come on, you know. Don't forget. Colors Power Fiber is our weapon.